Thank you all for coming today, and thanks to Code for All for having me here. My name is Daniela Carvajalino, Director of International Strategic Alliances of Wingu, a nonprofit civic innovation and technology organization. So I will start by asking you the following three questions. One, if you had to create a platform to know how much time you spent on chores, for what purpose would you use the platform? To raise awareness about the contribution of housework, to raise awareness about better distribution of housework among the family members, to build data about housework for policymakers or government institutions to make better decisions. Two, if you had to define the type of user of the platform aforementioned, which one would you choose or prioritize? A woman who lives in a slum with her husband and the three children, where the only employed one is her husband? Or perhaps a young couple, both with full-time work? Three, which type of development would you rather use? A web platform, a native app, a mobile website? I am pretty sure that we have diverse points of view and everyone is correct. Once you have answered these previous questions, you will realize there weren't correct or wrong answers. This initial activity was an experience for you to notice your preconceptions regarding the use of technology. When building technology, it is really important to put those preconceptions aside or go beyond those preconceptions, because every individual preconceptions and idea are valid and worth sharing before moving toward the co-creation process. Regarding this principle, we could find the groundbreaking key of how Wingu co-create with the Argentina government a digital tool that has over 10,000 users per month, which is still functional 2 years after its release, the Care Calculator. This is a platform that measures the economic contribution of chores, and it was developed with the purpose of raising awareness of housework and to give symbolic value to the time of those who deal with this task. Unpaid domestic and care tasks are fundamental work for the entire economy because they motorize the entire productive system. However, these tasks take away opportunities and resources to study, develop a career, play sports, or even have free time to enjoy. Overtime chores also affect health and rest quality. The Care Calculator's launch was made in a very vulnerable community where a high percentage of the women who live there did not do paid work. Instead, they had the responsibility to cook, do the laundry, clean the house, look after the children, and other household tasks. One anecdote we have of launching day was a realization one woman made when she saw the results. She said, "Oh, so I also generate income from my family." Moving away from that place of I'm not doing anything to support my family. And days later, we started to read some comments on Twitter where the campaign had great results. Paraphrasing one of them was, I just used the Care Calculator with my husband, and we noticed that while I dedicate 10 hours per week, my husband dedicated 5 hours. So there was something that must have been distributed better. Moving right along, I would like to share with you the experience of building technology through a co-creation process, how we faced the problem, which aspects were key to achieving a real impact so we can apply them in future projects. When we joined the project, the terms of reference were already published. By that time, there were important definitions made about UX design, functions, type of users. Despite this, we made a proposal that begins with the product discovery based on these definitions. And this was the first key decision we made before the beginning of the project, because even if the project seemed to be already defined, we insisted on the importance of co-creation sessions along with our developers and designers. This onboarding to the project allowed Wingu's team to understand the objectives, priorities, and concerns of the stakeholders, suggesting new ideas and solutions, and being part of the redefinition process. We carry out 4 co-creation sessions and harness the dialogue to validate some decisions, to dispute others, to dissuade about new and better solutions, to define main goals and specific goals and prioritize them, to focus attention and efforts on specific problems. At this point, I encourage you to log on to the Career Calculator website and explore this digital tool. Let's look over one problem we faced at the beginning, which was the lack of participation of some decision makers during the co-creation sessions. When we realized that, we invited them and thoroughly explained to them the importance of their participation. At the end, the co-creation sessions gathered members included national directors, public officials, ILO officials, UX designers, illustrators, system engineers, management roles, infrastructure roles, communication specialists, research specialists. Although the intellectual conglomerate was huge, it led us to some disagreements about features the platform should or shouldn't have, helping us make new decisions according to the new context and consensus. In addition, we carry out workshops with potential users where we reviewed the UX experiences. For these workshops, we applied methodologies such as design thinking, user-centered design process, user story mapping, Moscow matrix, Lean Coffee, and we use digital tools such as Hotjar to analyze the UX and make improvements to the navigability. For instance, with these workshops and by looking carefully at the users, we define the unit to measure the time. Fun fact, at the end, we included just the 20% of the requirements and definitions that were incorporated in terms of reference, but we achieved the 100% of satisfaction of the team. We accomplished the objectives. We achieved this because we did the process with releases and we delivered value with developments and designs in an agile way. We were receiving feedback and we knew our mistakes immediately and we quickly solved them. They were watching and lowering anxiety. And together we built up a tool that is useful, address a current problem. It is very easy to use. Technology is pertinent and intuitive. And the alliance with the Secretariat of Innovation continued to be maintained online, bear the cost. Last but not least, to accomplish the gender perspective during the design and the development of the platform, we created a team that had a track record in design and development with a gender perspective. To wrap up, I would say that which allowed us to have a massive platform in a few months was to seize the opportunity of a successful co-creation process in technology, taking into consideration three aspects: the importance of product discovery dynamics and workshops of usability, user-centered design, and design of technology with a gender perspective. I hope this was an opportunity to share with you some learnings of how to carry out similar projects in other parts of the world. If you have some comments or questions about my presentations, please get in contact with me.